Child marriage, the marital union of a girl or boy under the age of 18, typically without consent. Child marriage is very widespread around the world and is the cause of many serious forms of human rights violations. It violates many of the human rights that are guaranteed by not only the UN document, but the laws in some of the countries where these underage marriages are most typically found. Although both parties can be affected by this union, the girls are predominantly disturbed by the results of the marriages. The countries that have the highest observed rates of marriages under the age of 18 are Niger, Chad, Mali, Bangladesh, Guinea, and the Central African Republic, each with a rate above 60%. In many countries, there is no legal marriage age, allowing girls as young as 5 to be sold off by their parents or relatives to much older men, binding these young girls to a life of servitude and unfulfillment. Deprived of education, communication, and physical and mental stability, child brides are physically abused with high risks of contracting HIV and other diseases. These young girls are forced to bear the weight of the responsibilities that come with a family, involuntarily. Social norms also play a significant role, as giving your daughter to a prestigious family can elevate a family's rank in society. Parents are often ignorant, thinking that selling their children is beneficial for them. It's important to recognize that these marriages are such an immense issue because they happen not only in third world countries, but also in developed countries where one might not expect such events to conspire. Zana Musen is a child marriage survivor who was sold off by her own father at the age of 15, along with her sister Nadia. They were taken from their own home in Birmingham and were married off to complete strangers in Yemen, a country with no minimum marriage age.
I sat in the breeze from the window, numbed, just shaking my head and saying over and over, "It can't be. How could it have happened?" Zana Musen.
Freddie Reese from Brooklyn, New York, the founder of Unchained at Last, an organization dedicated to end forced and child marriages, was entrapped in one of these forms of modern-day slavery and decided to share her experiences with others. She was married to a violent and abusive husband at the age of 19 due to the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community in which she was brought up. She was under his control until the age of 27, when she rescued herself by achieving an education. They are just two examples of what 12 million girls are having to go through every year. That's 23 every minute. Young, vibrant girls who went to school, had friends, hung out, and had hopes and dreams for their future are stuck in marriages where they have no control. They have no voice.
Nobody asked me. I was in one house. My dad was 3 houses down, telling the priest, "I do, for me, Nyla."
When we left the village, I wished her luck, but I knew she had no hope because there was no one left to help her. Zana Musen.
My whole life, I was groomed to marry young. My whole life, I was taught that my goal was to marry and be a wife and a mother. Freddie Reese.
If only she had known that we were by then helpless prisoners. Zana Musen.
Versus putting the handcuffs on him at 20 years of age, they actually put the handcuffs on me at 11. Sherry Johnson.
Child marriage is everywhere, including here in the US. The first thing to do is talk about it, bring awareness, because without awareness, this problem will keep growing.